Welcome to Mic'd Up Moves. We're here in Factory Gym in Austin. We're going to see what's going on with Jason. I think he wants to do some sort of chest supported T-bar row.
We're doing some type of back workout, right? That's what we're on. So that T-bar row at the beginning looked good.
Okay.
Would that make for good chat?
I don't know, we'll find out. 2.5 years Jason and I have been doing this. And I mean, the progress speaks for itself.
It's only getting better. This is like the best programming I've had ever so far, so it's good.
What's your preference here?
Probably inside, lats. Only because I'm trying to build my lats. That looks really heavy. I think I'm in for it.
I'm just making it look difficult.
All right.
False sense of security. I'm like,
yeah. Full intensity all the time. All right, let's see. That looked pretty heavy. Oh yeah. Whoa, whoa. I thought it'd be better with my feet back. It's not.
No, definitely more forward and hit.
Oh.
How's it feel?
That's interesting.
Back okay?
It's all right, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm good. Definitely.
It's a lot of traps, which I did not expect.
Because I think if the handles were this way, you could get lower into it because you have to be over it.
Wonder if we try the other handle.
Sure. I'm not going to add on the weight tip before I do that. That'll be embarrassing. Yeah. So you said that this is your favorite programming so far.
Yes, by a lot.
Why?
I think because it's mostly, I would call it mostly hypertrophy bodybuilding focused. Less of the, what do we call them? Like the kind of niche exercises that everyone does, and more of just like the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. The OG stuff.
Yeah, the OG stuff. Yeah. There's a little bit in there, but that, like, actually not true. Like the Y raises are new.
Yeah.
And I will keep those in forever. I think.
Good. I think the thing, like, with your programming specifically, having an understanding of the feedback from every program that we've done before and take that into consideration. You said to me on Monday that you feel like it's almost too much, whereas before you would have come in like, well, I did extra this, and this.
Always.
But now it's like, it's almost like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the end of this. I will, but every time I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make the end of this, session.
Yeah, every extra, it's like about 3/4 of the way through, I'm like, oh man, I'm gassed.
But I do think that, yes, it is an element of the programming, but obviously for context, like we obviously did 8 weeks where we had to pull things back after surgery, and we spent that time working on the mind to muscle connection using a lower weight. And I definitely think that, I know there was a frustration in that because you just wanted to send it, but I definitely think spending that time was valuable. And you can drag that intensity across. So everybody jokes, like Mike just said it there, about how I can make things look difficult. Because I have such a good mind and muscle connection, it can actually be difficult, which I think is what you learned in that 8-week block.
I wish I would have gotten it sooner.
Yeah.
I was always hesitant to go like lighter.
Yeah.
But you can get the same pump and feeling with the lighter weight. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more reps, a little bit more like
with experience.
Yes. Yeah. I think you need, like, they call it mind muscle connection. Like you just start to feel like, okay, it doesn't really matter the weight here.
Yeah. It's like you need the, so like if we think about training progression, it's like, ironically, you just need to do the reps to actually understand. So if I'm programming for someone right at the start, I just program more volume because they just need to spend the time actually getting an understanding of how their body works and actually feeling the muscle. Whenever you get to the point of like, right, I understand what muscle I'm trying to work here, how that works in my body, and actually getting that contraction and getting the most like from every single rep.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's 50 pounds or 150 pounds. You can still get, like you said, you can still get the connection, you still get the intensity from it.
You still get the same pump. Like at the end of it, you're like, okay.
But I definitely think that spending that, I'm not going to like not give myself credit for the programming, but I definitely think spending that time at the lower weight, so you're better whenever, like, we could implement that into when you get back to 100, when you were back to 100% capacity.
Well, I liked it, like on the mesocycles. Now I get why you should rotate into those.
Yeah. This might be a bit ambitious.
I love this. Mic him up, put him on something super hard so he can barely breathe, then try to talk over it. Oh yeah.
Easy.
Oh yeah. Is this an Austin tattoo? Stay weird with this.
No, the skull is from my first time in Texas in Waco.
Yeah.
Stay Weird was in a beat level mat. Jason operates at a different level. Like, I know if I put something in his plan, he will do it. And like, he lives a life of a bodybuilder. Like, food, sleep, cardio, everything's done, no matter what. Which I respect. And it's not easy. And it's not I think we've said this many times, it's like, how you do it isn't normal. It's not the way that a normal person would train. But it works.
Yeah, it becomes normal.
Yeah.
Like, and it was way harder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Every part of it, from the diet to like the steps and like.
What do you think the biggest shift was?
Honestly, probably you getting me to lose enough body fat that I got more compliments on being smaller than I ever did being bigger. And then that just motivated me to be like, okay, I need to get leaner and leaner and leaner.
Yeah.
Then at my leanest, people would be like, dude, you're huge. I'm like, okay, I don't get how this works.
Yes.
And that helped me like know that I could do it where I didn't know that I could do it.
Yeah.
And once I felt like I could do this.
But I think it's a case of like, okay, right, you know, say when we started, you were maybe operating at like 70% of this stuff, and you're like, oh, well, if I'm getting this result from this amount of effort, if I then tune this and tune this, and I'm operating 80%, 90%, you just continue to progress.
Yeah.
And that, because you're getting the feedback of how your body's changing, it doesn't make it any easier, but it makes it more worthwhile. And because you're that inquisitive, like, you watch this YouTube, you do the research on this, it's not just like, we'll have a conversation of like, I've been researching this, what do you think? We can have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
And we can add it, or we can take it out, or whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm always curious about, because you see so much really bad info on the internet where you're like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
But gosh, when we first talked, you remember, like, I think I told you, I feel like I'm putting the work in and not seeing the results, so I'm doing something wrong.
But you were putting the work in terms of the gym.
Yes.
Which is a piece of the puzzle.
But even then, I was just doing what I had learned over the years, just pro lift. Like, it was good. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
But all of the, I had never done like full body push-pull or anything like that. It was always like, what are you working chest?
Yeah.
We're going to do chest today. And tomorrow I'll do five.
Yeah.
Like, which is what people still do that. But like, I prefer
I think it's like understanding that there are other ways. Like, we've done many different types of training programs, like full body, push, pull, like the whole works. And it's like, they all work if you put the work in.
They all work. Yeah.
And you stimulus.
Well, and I don't know if I can do this, Ben.
Well, I'll do it.
He tried to put this on to see if I could do it.
I'll do it, and then you can see if you can do it. Said this to Dill whenever we, in the last vlog that we did. It's like, well, I need to, like, I have to be able to perform.
Yeah, well, good thing I've been sandbagging this whole time. No, this is heavy. This is why I won't be doing RDLs with Ben. Because I'll look like a little kid on RDLs. 4-plate RDLs, my lord.
Try and spend a little bit more time at the back. Yeah, good. Go one more.
Come on.
Right to the end. Slow as you can on the way down. Woo. Woo. See?
That's heavy.
This doesn't work. Put another plate on.
Yeah, sure. I'm not doing another plate, but that was just hard to like get in a position where I could pull.
This is it was at that moment he knew he fucked up.
I'd be lucky to get one here.
Do a press up. No. No.
I think your battery's about to run out. Oh, you're good. Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's heavy now. You're up.
I concede. If you're looking to get better, call Ben. Get here, let's do this thing. So that was fun. And it was too bad the footage got erased where I did that last set. I got a couple. It was fine though.
You're in the gym tomorrow. Totally fucked.
That's heavy.